welcome back. We had a pretty quick Terran vs. Protoss series, finishing up ByuL 2-0 over Brain.
Yep.
And of course, our next match.
The last game was a no-brainer.
Yeah. That's certainly how it finished at the very least. So now Code A also feels like a no-brainer. And he will actually go on to face the winner of Flash versus Brave.
A game that we are going to see later on. It's actually the 4th set, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But the next one is going to be a Terran versus Zerg. MMA up against ByuL.
Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but that is what we got next. Terran versus Zerg. MMA recently joining Acer. And ByuL, you know, top-notch Zerg player. I think more underappreciated than anybody really thinks about.
The next game could be really interesting. MMA was struggling a little bit against Zergs in the last season, and now he's up against ByuL, a very strong Zerg player. So it's a little bit funny actually that MMA joined Team Zerg, you know?
Yes.
We had so many Zerg players for Team Acer. Scarlet and Nurture, only 2 of them.
Of course, Sella, former Zerg player, representing the coaching segment.
Yep, true. Also joining the team. And well, we're gonna find out what exactly is going on with those 2. Remember guys, once again, this is the first round of Code A. Whoever loses here drops down to Code B. We'll have to re-qualify against next season.
I love this screen that we have here, whether with the match results. You've got the Code A logo there. It's actually like a physical prop, and then you have the stats right underneath it. Look at how that fits together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Works really well.
I expect that there's probably some sort of issue with the players in the booth, like someone has like a bloody nose or something embarrassing.
I didn't hit anyone.
Maybe they have like
I promise.
zit. Maybe someone's got like a really nasty zit. They got to fix that before you put them on camera. Because I know you guys are probably wondering too. I'm like, there's something going on why they're not showing them on camera. Maybe the hairstyle is wrong today. Oh, there's no camera for this part anyways. I don't know why they put this up, but Acer's MMA, of course, up against ByuL here.
The production team probably just had a smoke.
Maybe.
Does MMA look a little bit weird to you in this picture?
It's like he's got a photoshopped Acer jersey on.
No, it's not actually the Acer jersey. It's like his face. He looks so pale and a little bit. He looks sick.
Yeah.
This is a weird MMA picture.
I hope he feels better if that's the case. His hairstyle also is a little bit different, but
both of these pictures actually
the more you look at ByuL, it looks like he's like making that fish face.
That birdie face, yeah, exactly.
If you look at it, you can so see it. And the collar is askew.
Yeah, that's a little bit, I don't know.
Well,
I'm just looking back and forth between the 2 of them, and I can't decide which picture looks more awkward.
If you look at ByuL the right way, it looks like his eyebrows are actually just part of his bangs that kind of hung down over that part of his face. I could do this all day, man. All night even. But
that is not the most flattering shot for ByuL either that they just had on camera. Man, everything's going wrong today, but look at MMA.
Yeah, I guess that picture was not photoshopped after all with the Acer jersey.
Yeah.
I thought it was photoshopped. I was like, I don't know. I don't know about that, but it's real.
Yeah, Acer's MMA up against ByuL. ByuL coming all the way from Code B.
This marks the first time an Acer player has played in the GSL as well, so that's pretty cool to think about.
Yeah, that's actually true. I didn't even think about that. That is so true.
Yeah. Never played in any of GSL's leagues. The first time someone has been in the booth, so congrats to Acer on their pickup. Always really exciting to have new players moving around after they leave their teams.
And guys, let's get this party started. Daybreak being map number 1 at the GSL Code A between MMA and ByuL. Games brought to you by Colin Wolf, of course. Let's jump into the game. Starting to the top right of the map while ByuL pauses the game is the Terran player for Team Acer. But we are back on... well, there we are. Okay. Actually, I asked MMA, like, just recently if he... I thought that he gets a little bit more buff, and I asked him if he works out, and he said, like, only at home, like doing push-ups and sit-ups and all this stuff. And I feel you can tell.
Yeah,
it actually shows. So. You're looking really intently at the screen. What happened?
He says, hold on, the staff is going to go over there, and nobody knows the reason why.
The Gone Wizard is running over to ByuL and is checking out what exactly is going on, and, well, I feel He played a couple of games. We saw him in the booth earlier, so we really practiced and prepared. So we don't know what's going on. Let's see what's happening here. But yeah, anyways. So MMA in Team Zerg, this is actually a little bit... I feel it's a little bit cool. Acer is one of the teams that I did not expect to pick up MMA. Because, to be honest with you, so far they were mostly focusing on non-Koreans. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
am I wrong? I see the only Korean on Team Acer. He's the only one,
Well,
right?
I mean, if you don't include Cell, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, but Salah being more like MMA's Korean manager here, so...
Well, I like it because I like to see... The coolest thing is when you have a player like Supernova, or you have a player like MMA who's got... He's in Korea, but they have a foreign team representing them, so they can also train and live with other Koreans and practice with Koreans, but while being represented by a team who is willing to basically say, you are going to wear my brand, my sponsorship, and then I will fly you to events. It's a cool relationship that you can have.
It's actually a really good point. Where is he living these days?
I don't know.
Is he living at home? What is he going to do? We don't know. What we know is why we had to pause the game. ByuL had a problem with his hotkeys. Apparently they were not set up correctly, so he gets a warning. And I guess we are going to start the game in just a few seconds as soon as ByuL is ready.
Probably won't regame, I guess.
I don't think so. Yeah, 30 seconds into the game, and I feel that ByuL... I mean, what can you do wrong at this point? Maybe build the pool like 2 seconds later. But it looks like everything is going to be okay, so guys, don't worry, there won't be a huge break. We will jump right into the game again, I guess, as soon as it's done paused.
Yeah. I just asked to confirm if there's going to be a regame just to make sure, but I highly doubt it. I mean... It's not like he didn't make his drones are on time, so...
The drones are on time, and I just looked at the minerals and everything, so it's not like he missed an overlord or the spawning pool.
And with the timing of an unpause, there's no regame. With the timing of the unpause, like, there's no way you could, like, mess him up.
Legend is getting angry with you, isn't he? Going all caps lock on you. Look at that. What did you do, Wolf? What did you do? Legend was actually really tired. The funny thing is, this building actually has a school, and we are on the first floor, okay? Yeah, so on the first one.
Wait, aren't we on the second floor, technically?
Okay, well, in Europe, it would be ground floor, first floor, so for you
Here it's 1, 2.
You have to walk up one flight of stairs, okay?
Okay.
Okay, that settles the issue. And Legend actually took the elevator. And I'm like, what? So the elevator was there, and it's one flight of stairs that you have to walk up, and he took the elevator. He was really, really tired, so he's sitting right now observing for you guys.
Yeah.
He's giving it his all, his best.
Is. I only take the elevator if I don't have any other choice. Wait, that's not even true. I only take the elevator if if someone's already in it.
You never take the elevator because you always come to the studio with me and you're embarrassed if I walk up the stairs and you take the elevator.
Listen, if there's a fire on the staircase, then I take the elevator down.
That is smart. Top right of the map, we have now our Terran player for Team Acer. He's starting in red and his ID is...
Acer MMA.
We have this curse, Wolf. Every time we cast, something happens. Some kind of hotkey issue, some technical issue. Every event we are at.
They follow us.
Yeah, it always happens.
I'm okay with it. What? But I was just gonna... Oh yeah. Player down here, of course, a top-notch Zerg. His ID means star in Korean. He is.
Pure.
But I was gonna say what weirds me out the most is that you're like holding up your armrest like away from your chair, like you ripped it off, and you're just like waving around when you're talking to me. I'm like, what did you do? Did you break the chair again?
I don't know. I just have to have something to toy around. It's like...
Usually I crumple up my paper cups and just start messing around with them when I want to touch something. By the way, it's CC first versus Hatch first.
Yep, so we have both of them focusing on the economy here. And I talked earlier a little bit about MSA recent history against Zerg. And just to go through a couple of his games that he played in the past few weeks and give you an idea about his current performance in this matchup. He lost to Sen with a 0-2 in the NASL. He was taken down by Alinog in the WEM. And he also lost to Hyun in the up and downs of the last season. The only win that he edged out in the past few weeks was against Bung Bung in the up and downs. That's the only game that he actually won. So he's struggling a little bit in this matchup. At least he's struggling more than he used to, because just historically speaking, this matchup is really one where he's very, very good. He has a 70% win ratio. But it's, the recent trend just...
He's played something like 120 games, just right, in this matchup recorded?
Yeah, exactly. 127.
Yeah, so that speaks volumes of itself. You can see ByuL has actually taken a quick gas here, and that's something that MMA will be aware of as well with the risky build he has chosen. He wants to see if more than 100 gas is being mined, but he's not going to stick around with the SCV, which, you know, he could have done, decides not to, but he's going to be a little bit scared now. One drone continues to mine.
MMA is currently with the command center actually on the high ground. When he plays CC first, oh wow, actually this is the third that he builds. So he goes for double command center before he adds gas. And yeah, plays it a little bit greedy and still has one of his SCVs to the top left to scout.
It's kind of weird to do this when your opponent goes gas. You're taking a big risk. What if he attacks you early on? You're going to be in trouble.
Double command center into double gas. That's ballsy.
By the way, triple drone in the gas back already. He was having some weird problems with his drone going around the spawning pool a second ago, but everything seems to be fine now. I was worried for him there for a second.
The problem that MMA has with the build that he's currently executing is that his tech is of course delayed, so if ByuL decides to go for some kind of early game aggression,
Which
MMA,
he very well may.
Yeah, exactly, with the drones that he put back into gas. Oh wow, and a very fast tech 2 layer.
Yeah.
After speed, but still pretty fast.
Speed's about to finish, but it's still not going to help him kill anything with these links. He sees the CC though.
Yeah, sees the command center, can't do anything about it, can't kill the SCV.
And actually with speed finishing, he can maybe kill one SCV.
At least he's getting all the scouting information that he needs. He can't even click on the gas now and find out how much has been mined so far.
Baneling has some roach warren.
He cancelled the lair immediately, and this is exactly what we talked about, this early aggression. He's still at 36 harvesters, and this is all thanks to the scout. He had a completely different strategy plan. He looked at this and was like, okay, I'm gonna go for a fast tech, and then he sees 2 command centers, he sees no factor, and he's like, you serious? You don't have anything? Okay, I'm just gonna go for a roach baneling bust.
Yeah, there's a bunker up at the top of the ramp here, but that Zergling is still alive actually. Wow.
I love how flexible ByuL is.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I don't know, he's like a piece of paper.
He's like Bruce Lee.
Or he's like Bruce Lee.
He's the Bruce Lee of Zerg, man. He goes with the flow. Yeah. Be water, my friend. Be water. You know it's true. Stop laughing, Wolf. Show a little bit more respect for the king.
All right. I'll
dragon.
I think he's more like paper, man. He can be folded anyway. You can make an origami out of him.
You can only fold a paper 9 times.
What? Is that actually true?
Yeah, wanna bet?
Like a 9x11 piece of paper?
A what?
Or whatever.
No, you can fold it 9 times.
You mean
matter.
like a normal sheet of paper, though, right?
Any kind of paper. Doesn't matter how
Why
big it
only
is.
9 times?
I don't know, but that's how it is.
That's interesting. I would be willing to mess around with that.
Yeah, try it.
I will.
Get a piece of paper in the break.
During the break, I will do this.
All right.
I mean, I'm not making any bets. I just want to see.
Yeah.
12
okay,
banelings, by the way.
I feel for the next few minutes I have to do a solo cast because Will's brain is still occupied with the piece of paper.
No, man. All right, hold on. We got 12 banelings morphing right now. It's gonna actually give him a total of. The links he's making right now, he's gonna have 34 extra links plus the 7 roaches he made. MMA looks like he is gonna die.
Well, MMA is certainly going to suffer some damage. The main question is, will he somehow hold? And now come the banelings, and oh baby, that bunker doesn't stand a chance. Oh, these SCVs! Good lord, this is brutal. 20 harvester kills already. Does he have enough banelings to bust up the ramp? Does he even need banelings? He's morphing more right under the nose of MMA.
He is going to bust through, get the reactor on the starport. The roaches are blocking here a little bit, but it looks like it doesn't matter.
MMA is down to 47 supply. Here comes ByuL running in with his banelings, taking down even more harvesters. 35 SCVs died, and now MMA is down to 16, 18 SCVs against 35 drones, and ByuL isn't done yet. GG. ByuL is going for the kill.
You can fold, listen man, if you can only fold this paper 9 times, you can fold ByuL 90 times. Alright, he knows how to figure stuff out.
Yeah, he definitely does. I mean, this guy goes for an early lair attack, gets the Zerglings in, sees what's going on, and decides to just attack, cancel his lair, and go for it. Love it.
MMA taking a risk, and gives a bit of a... I mean, it ends up giving you problems. You take a risk like that. I think that the coolest thing, though, is that, like you said, ByuL changed his build because of this. And then he hit everything well. If MMA wanted to, see, the thing is, another thing MMA could have done, but it would have been kind of a risk by MMA to do this, because if there's no attack, then it ends up being silly. But when the Lings were there, MMA might have been like, well, I need to pull out here from my natural and hold on a little bit, because if he attacks me, since he knows I'm vulnerable, I'm in trouble. But it's too hard to make a choice like that. You just are basically stuck. You take a risk either way. There's no way to play safely from that position.
ByuL takes the lead in the best of 3 series. He is up 1 game against Aces MMA, and well, so far MMA trying to be a little bit greedy on game number 1. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see what exactly he's gonna do on game number 2. Will we see him with a little bit more aggression, or does he try to be aggressive again? The one thing that he definitely has to make sure, no matter what he does, is that he tries to deny the scouting of ByuL.
Yeah. ByuL actually looks pretty pensive right now. I feel like he knows that that game was almost given to him. He was able to just take the sky information and go for an attack and win it. He didn't have to stick to the plan.
It just shows again, StarCraft 2 is all about the information that you have and how you react with them.
Absolutely agree.
Entombed Valley now is map number 2 in this match.
This map is much smaller overall, 4-player map. And then we oftentimes see as our players attack the third base out the Terran early on. MMA looks really sad actually in the booth right now.
Well, that game certainly did not go as well as he intended. I mean, you know, if you actually go for a strategy like this and your opponent doesn't scout it early and you get away with it, then suddenly you are far ahead. It leaves you vulnerable in the early game, but then you get a huge lead with the economy. So given a little bit more time, MMA would have been in a very good position, but ByuL with the scouting just knew exactly what he had to do in order to take his opponent down early on, and he reacted perfectly.
Yeah.
Now we're heading into game number 2. Terran versus Zerg. Aces MMA up against the ByuL on Entombed Valley here at the GSL Code A in the first round. Whoever loses drops down to Code B. The winner advances to the second round. And here we go. Another one starting right now. Let's find out who's going to take it.
Hold over the radio and back up in the raves again. We got